I noticed that all of you there are squinting your eyes and fanning yourselves. Do you find it warm where you're standing? Standing under the afternoon sun? It's a perfect moment to have our abbazia moscato. It's a muscat grape. Muscat is actually Italian for muscat. Muscat, we call it the grape of the bees because of its natural, aromas and sweetness. So they're passing around some small cups for you to sample the moscato. And you could find that it's perfect pairing with either a strawberry or a cheese. For the strawberry, the fruitiness of the wine will actually enhance the flavor of the fruit in your mouth. Now for the cheese, the saltiness and the fattiness of the cheese will be cut by the acid of the wine. So it tends to, reset your palate and makes you enjoy your next morsel better. So these are some of the, finer points or basics of wine pairing, which I would be happy to discuss with you in depth later after I speak with you shortly. Now, most of our wines were actually made by monks, by members of the clergy, who have nothing better to do, so they might as well, entertain themselves, make wine for themselves. The best drinks, champagnes, very well known as sparkling white wines, actually made by people from the monastery as well. And on top of that, the flavor of Moscato, as the two speakers earlier mentioned, would suit the Filipino palate with a penchant for the sweetness. But this does not mean that we will totally cater to the sweetness. Of course, it's a starter. We're not here to tell you that you're not supposed to drink sweet wine. We can tell you what the best wine is. We can only help you discover what is the best wine for your taste. So hopefully, if you sample all the wines and you pair it with your favorite food, then you will discover what your taste really is. Like Carmel, how do you like your wines?
I like them all the time.
That's a perfect answer, but okay. The second best, taste-wise?
It depends on the time of day, actually, for me. Okay. I do have a good respect for the different varieties of wine. Okay. So, like earlier, I did try the rosé, because I like pink.
Okay.
But I usually have like a Moscato or like a white during the afternoon. But like later on the night, pretty much I like something more red and deeper. I'm not really someone who matches my wine with food. Yeah, I'm a rebel that way. Okay. No, I'm just not so particular. But I do like, I look at the regions.
Where it comes from.
Yes, so okay. I'm more of, right now, I think my palate gravitates towards Malbec.
Malbec?
Yeah.
You want the full body?
I like the full body taste of Malbec.
I would suppose you're also a meat eater.
Yes, I like meat.
Okay. Because Malbec, they made it such that it really works well with barbecued meats, with grilled meats. The same way as the other products we have, the Santa Conchita, the three featured wines were presenting from Chile, from the Central Valley of Chile. We have the Sauvignon Blanc, we have the Merlot, and we have the Cabernet Sauvignon. The Cabernet Sauvignon is actually a full-bodied red wine with hints of black currants and oak. And it's perfect with food, grilled meats, barbecues, meats. Yes, it's smokiness to match the flavor. And then we also have our Merlot. It's not as strong and powerful as the Cabernet Sauvignon, but it's a bit mellow with hints of plum and ripe berries. So it also goes well with meat, but not grilled, but probably stewed like your ossobuco, like your lightly seasoned tartare, And then you have your Sauvignon Blanc. It's grassy and citric, flavor. Will match perfectly with cheeses, soft ripened cheeses, or maybe even some medium cheddars, or some chicken and salads. So you are actually privileged to have before you the grazing table provided aperitif with the different types of tastes and flavor and texture. So take this opportunity to sample the different wines before you, to find your taste, to find the pairing that you want, and then you will discover there's no one perfect wine, but there's just perfect wine for an occasion, for the time of day, for the food that you're having. There's just so many wine to be tasted. So let's start this afternoon and start our adventure in wine tasting and experimentation. Thank you, Carmel, for giving us the time to present.
Thank you.